Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Or if you are new here, I am your Ajit Utkarsh and I love sharing real world automation and testing projects to help you level up your skills. In today's video, we are diving into something super practical API testing using RestAssured. And we are using COVID-19 vaccination certificate API as our test case. Now, let me take you to the Eclipse IDE interface and let's see both of us how it is going to be work.
First of all, we will see what is the objective of our today's video. So, the objective of this task is to verify a RESTful vaccination certificate service where we are going to validate fields like the number of doses, vaccine name, and issue date using automated tests. We will also handle invalid certificate IDs and check response time. So let's see it in brief. Here is a quick breakdown of what we will cover. First of all, we will create a mock API. Then we will configure RestAssured in our Maven project. Then we will write a GET request test. Then we will validate status code, response body headers, and timing. After that, we will add new certificate entries, and finally, we will show everything live in action. So let's go to Eclipse. Let's start by creating our mock API. I'm using my notepad to create a mock API. So as you can see here, it is certificates. This is my endpoint, and I have added two certificate entries here, one for Aditya and the other for Arjun. These will be the records we will test against. And for saving it, after this, we will go to command prompt to run our JSON file. For that, we will write npx JSON server and the path of the file. My file name is certificate.json. We will copy it as path, then we will go to command prompt and simply paste the path and click on enter. So as you can see, it's running absolutely fine. Here the endpoint is coming at certificate and it is on localhost 3000. So guys, as you can see, so we'll copy it for our further use in Eclipse IDE. We will go to the Eclipse IDE and we'll paste in base URI. So let's see what we need to do in today's task. As you can see, we need to validate the criteria for API testing is get request with path parameter status code 200 OK or 404 for invalid, base URI setup with properties file, header content type check, and the response time validation. So for that, we will go to Eclipse. For the base URI, we will paste our link over here without the endpoint. We will not paste the endpoint over here. For the second thing, first of all, we will create a Maven project file. From here, click on create a simple project, go to next. You can give any name to group ID, but in artifact ID, you should give the name which you want to see over the window. So suppose I have created my project with a Maven project artifact ID name as COVID project. You can see over here in the terminal. After that, we will configure the POM file. For that, for configuration, so we will search Maven repository over here. Go to the first link. In the search box, search for RestAssured. Click on the search icon. Go to the first link. Go to Eclipse ID. Click on the latest version. Under the dependencies, just go to the save it for the running test purpose. Script and click on it. These are the dependencies to the we will use RestAssured for move to API the Eclipse testing ID and TestNG for running our test suite. Now we will go to the test suite. You can see I have created a Maven project with artifact ID COVID project. Now apart from it, First of all, we will go to the test.java file. Here, create a package. I have created here with a package named COVID project. Now create a class of any name. For example, I have created a class name as COVID-19. So, first of all, we need to import RestAssured for smooth functioning of our project. Now, what we need to do onto it? Let's have a look. So, first of all, we need to use get request with parameter. So, as you can see, I have created a get request with parameters COVID-19, and in get we need to give the endpoint over in get function. So this is all for the get. Now what we need to do on the second, we need to check for the status code for the correct validation and for the wrong validation. For invalid we need to check for 404, and for the valid we need to check for 200. Okay. Now see, for valid ID status, I have created the functions over here. In given dot authorization, we first give attributes, then in get function, we call the endpoint from here, and for checking the status code as valid or invalid. So for valid, I have given 200 log dot or for the printing purpose, and for invalid, here it is given at last. So for here, I have given a status code as 404. Now let's run the program for the validation purpose. So here you can see 404 for not found, and for the valid it is displayed over here as 200. Okay. As you can see, first and second task is successfully done. Now we are moving to the third part, that for we are checking for base URI setup with properties file. Along with it, we'll check for header content type check and for the response time validation. So we'll go to base URI test. For that, we will put the URL over here to set up with property files. We'll not put the endpoints over here. We'll just erase the endpoint and it will be remain as till 3000. Now for the content header type, we will go to the coding part, and you can see as I have written my code over here, it is similar to almost to the status code check, or you can say as of get function. The minor change over here is dot content type. This is used to check the content. Now in the attribute we have to add dot JSON extension. Now for the response time validation, we have created a function over here, and we have used dot time function with less than parameter as 2000 L. All these will be correct. It will show on the terminal. Now we will check for the request with parameter, and along with it we will add some new attributes to our API. For that we will use the post function, and before writing this post function we will just use a dot body to create a function that we will need to add. For that, here I have pasted and the name given to it as Adi, and the ID might be changed. Suppose I have given here 5765 or E. Now if we run it, let's check, will it run or not. Now as you can see, we have successfully run our program and it gets executed correctly. 200. Okay, the response time is given here. So now we have added another entry to show scalability. You can continue to test against new data with the same test class by changing just the certificate ID. To summarize, we have successfully created a mock vaccination certificate API. You can see over it. The second is that the second part is that we have set up a Maven based Java project tested using RestAssured with GET request, validate response status, body headers and timings, handled valid and invalid scenarios, added reusable configuration with a properties file. So guys, if you find this video helpful, please like, subscribe and drop your question in the comment below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Thank you.